Number one, believe you're worth it. If you want to create more value in the market, you got to create more value in you. And when you create more value in you, then people start to respect you. If you have a team and you want to become a better leader, believe you're worth it. Work on your self-worth, work on your identity, and then your team's going to be like, damn, dude, I want to be like that guy. I want to follow that guy. I'll go anywhere that guy goes. I spent a lot more time on step one because step one to me is the foundation to everything. Your pay raise will come when your raise of your identity goes up. So think about that. Number two, build relationships, not transactions. Now, this is a good one in sales, but it's also just a good one in your everyday life. People get rich by building relationships and treating people good, and it increases the value of you. The better network you have, the more money you make. Anything that you're gonna get in your life, it's gonna come from a relationship. It's gonna come from a connection. The future president, I know I can pick up the phone and call him right now. I know I could get to those guys. I know I'm one step away from him, all because of an interaction I had with a 19-year-old kid, worked on him, changed his life, didn't know who his dad was, then came in contact with him, then came in contact with this network, then came in contact with this network, then my network expand because I'm adding respect and value everywhere I go. It doesn't seem that hard to me to wherever you go, you're just adding value. Everything is gonna come from relationships. Everything. Not one thing that you're ever gonna get is not gonna come from relationships. So I want you to audit your relationships. I want you guys to be super relational people. Hey, it's the Macklin Twins. Thanks for watching the video. You want the free personal development guide that's gonna change your life for free? Go ahead and text our phone number, 480-780-2203, and it'll change your life forever. Let's get back to the video. Text us right now, let's go. So number three, you gotta control your own mindset. Your mindset, it's up to you, man. Listen, your business, salespeople are gonna try to spin you out. The car business that I came from, entire goal of the sales team, we did not work together. We worked against each other. I came from a business that literally, like, if you were outside on the lot, I would call and they would page you. Right when I seen a customer, you'd come in, I'd go out and I'd get that customer, you would be mad. We'd even fight in front of customers. Guys, we used to fight on the showroom. Matter of fact, in 2009, we stole a fax machine for leads. Leads would come in over the fax machine. The owner would give us the fax. He would give us the lead. He would say, hey, here's the lead. You guys go fight for it out back. We'd go in the back and we'd have boxing gloves and we'd fight for the damn lead. We'd have bloody noses going to get customers. That's the kind of car business that I came from. We freaking competed. We were out to literally get each other most of the time, guys. But what did I have to do to stay in my mindset of a top performer? I couldn't let anybody take up shop right here. Your number one job is to control your mindset. And that's gonna be the hardest job that you ever have. So self-awareness is number one under mindset. Self-awareness. Listen, dude, you start feeling yourself be a little baby, get your in the cold plunge. You start feeling yourself get negative, go behind the dealership and start doing push-ups, man. Your job is to stay on fire, and your job is to know what things make you go cold and what things make you go hot. And you have to have a good self-awareness to say, hey man, I'm going this way. Think about this. The person that can control their mindset the best is always gonna win the most. You gotta remember why you're doing this, man. You can't let people take up shop in your brain. It's your brain. It's not their brain. It's not theirs. They're not responsible for it. They're gonna come try to mess with it. You guys are surrounded by 99%ers and you're the 1%er. But the 1%er doesn't get influenced by the 99%ers. The 1%er stays out of the little baby circles where they're complaining, whining, That could be some of you. You could be the little right now. You could be the whiner. You could be the complainer. You could be the complainer in your family. You could be the whiner in your family. You could be the person that goes home and talks about all the problems instead of talking about all the greatness, and then you're wondering why your wife doesn't cheer you on. That could be you. You could be the issue of this. The worst thing that can happen to you, just let a bunch of negative people get around you and influence you. Your frequency will go down, your sales will go down, and your life will go down. So it's our job as 1%ers in this ESU University to get rid of it. Number four, you gotta take full responsibility. Everything that's in your life is your fault. Everything, 100% of it. As you go in life, a lot of people give the power away to take full responsibility of their problems. A lot of people just give that power away and they don't understand how powerful that all these demons can make you. Like, I truly believe God gave you a lot of these demons and he just put all this weight on your chest. And if you could take that weight off your chest and you could fight like hell and you could just endure, sometimes it's not even getting a bar off your chest. It's just keeping that bar just enough, just a little bit off for you so you can breathe for a little bit, and then boom, all of a sudden you get that strength and that bar comes off you and you show God what you're built like, you show him what you're made of, you show him that he created this warrior, and then he gives you more, and then it becomes easier to bench those problems off you. You're like, man. These things that used to break me ain't even hard anymore, dude. Come on, baby. Let's go. But if you don't get that one hard problem off your chest and you just leave it on your chest, then the weight just gets heavier and the weight just gets heavier. And even these small problems just tear your life apart. So if you got a problem, what's your relationship with it? You gonna push that bar off, or you gonna be a little and just be like, whoa, poor me. Number 5, serve at a higher level. Right now, I want you to think about, like, is it all about money for you? Are you volunteering at your church? That's one that I'm about to start doing even more. Is just, I can look and say, man, sometimes I get a little distracted by money, by a bunch of things that don't matter. Man, I'm about to go serve my church a lot more. I texted my wife this morning. I said, hey, we're gonna stop missing these marriage meetings. Me and her are gonna have these like marriage meetings every Friday, 6 o'clock, like clockwork. I'm not gonna miss them. We're gonna sit there, we're gonna talk about problems, we're gonna talk about strengths, we're gonna talk about the visions, we're gonna talk about where we're going. It's like a sales meeting, but with her. And I forget that, man. So she doesn't know half the things that I'm going through, why I'm acting the way I'm acting, or any of those things. And then I'm like, you don't know what I'm dealing with. She's like, I wish you would tell me. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. You know, right? But also my church. For me, I believe that you got to start with God. I believe that the closer you are to God, the better your soul is on fire. You got a mind, you got a body, you got a heart, you got a spirit. When all 4 of those things are on fire, woo, you're growing. But a lot of people are just going to skip that first piece, the spirit part. And it ain't about church every Sunday. You got to do more, man. I told you guys, my number 1 hack to keeping me out of negativity is I drive to work with worship music. I used to drive to work just listening to David Goggins, and I was ready to go to war. I was ready to beat people up. I walk in and I had this look in my eyes where I was just like, Gah! You know, I can't do that. Now listen, I listen to David Goggins probably 5 times a week, but what I gotta do is when I'm going to work, I gotta feel grateful. I gotta feel that love. I gotta feel that energy. So for me, I listen to comedy so I could get my charisma up, you know, because I can go from a very charismatic person to a real driven head, okay? Where I'm just kill. Now, I can take that kill, and if I can add some charisma, greatness, some love, some gratitude on top of that, sprinkle that on top, you got a superhuman, okay? Gratefulness, gratitude is one of the most important things, but you gotta serve at a higher level. Number 6, strengthen your internal voice. Oh, this one's good. How do you talk to yourself, man? Are you talking to yourself like, oh, you know, I hope today's gonna be a good day. I hope my manager doesn't talk to me like this. I hope this, I hope that. I wish. Stop smoking that hopium, okay? You need to talk to yourself. You need to give yourself a sales meeting. Hey, today, Sharada, you're gonna go out there. Here's what you're gonna do, girl. At the end of the day, you're gonna be so fired up because you're gonna give it your all. Today is your day. It's only about today. This is how we're gonna do it. We're gonna go attack. We're gonna go give it more than we ever have. We're gonna develop. We're gonna serve at a higher level. We're gonna freaking stay close to God. We're gonna do all of those things. And today is the day. When we drive to work, we're gonna be feeling so good because we've made it out of all these things. All these things have been trying to hold us back. We've killed. I am unkillable. 100% of battles I have beat. Me and God have beat these battles. He's with me. He's behind me. When I walk into this room, I'm gonna walk into this room like God sent me himself. When I'm going to give a seminar, this little voice comes in like, you're not worth it. You're just a kid from the hood. You're just this. You're just this. You're a kid that doesn't have a dad. You're all this. You're all this. And you know what I say? Shut the up. And then I go, dude, I got God behind me. I say, God's sending me in this room. When I go into these rooms, I'm gonna move people. I'm gonna literally change their life. When I look in their eyes, they're never gonna see more crazy than this. I'm gonna inspire them to go to the next level. I'm gonna push them to go to the next level. I got this within me. God gave me this within me. They're gonna get ready to see God come outside of me. Get ready, people. It's coming. And I fire myself up. I don't even need motivation. I just sit there and I yell at myself. For real, in my car, I yell at myself, and then I walk into a company and they're like, what the f is this guy on? I don't know, man. I just believe like that's who God called me to be. You got to strengthen your internal voice. You got to have a sales meeting with your own self. How I'm talking to you, you should probably be talking to you. And if you're not, maybe that's your hole. Maybe that's the thing that you need to change. Number 7, embrace discomfort. Opening a business is going to be hard. Being a salesperson is going to be hard. Being a dad is going to be hard. Being a mom is going to be hard. Being anything is going to be a little bit hard. But it's hard when you're not progressing. It's hard when you're not getting crazy. It's hard when you're not reaching into your soul and getting another level out of yourself. That's when it's hard. Obsessed people become their own biggest enemy if they get off the gas. You're gonna have to embrace this discomfort of sometimes feeling like you ain't doing enough. Every day I wake up and there's something in me telling me I'm not doing enough. And most winners have that voice yelling at them, you ain't doing enough. Now, I'm probably doing 15 times more than the average human, but it ain't enough for me. If you're going through discomfort right now, you're likely doing the right thing. If you don't have any discomfort in your life, you're doing the wrong thing. If your life is pretty comfortable and you're not risking anything, you're not taking any risks, you got a blanket over you and you're laying in the corner and they're just feeding you a couple times a day, you ain't living, bro. Living is this feeling that I'm talking about in my heart where I'm like, damn, dude, what's gonna happen today? How am we gonna do this? How are we gonna accomplish this? What's gonna happen? Oh my God. I was leaving work the other day and I felt like just crying. And then I was actually thinking about it and I'm like, man, maybe I should make a video about this discomfort that I feel in my heart right now. So I did. It'll be on YouTube here pretty soon. And it's me just emotional, man, being like, man, this is hard. This is hard. And then I started being grateful for the hard. I'm like, God, you're giving me these hard things to see what I can do with them. And then I started having a meeting with myself. I started using number 7, my internal voice, and I started saying, I am him, man. I got this. It's no big deal. Everything is temporary and nothing lasts forever. My favorite saying. No matter what season you're in, if you're in summer, winter's coming, man. Number 8, focus on skills and habits. Increase the value of your skills, your habits, and your mindset. That's the most important thing that you can do. Are your habits truly professional? Like if you were gonna become a UFC fighter today, do you work out like one? Do you act like one? Do you train like one? If you're gonna become a football player today, are your habits that of like an athlete? Do you meal prep like one? Do you think like one? Skill set and our mindset and our habits, those 3 things we have to focus on tremendously. You already have a strength in you. What is it? It could be anything. It could be the smallest little thing about you and you don't even realize that like that one thing you're better than everybody at. What is it? I want you to get 5 times better at that. Okay, I'm very good at networking. So you know what I study? Networking. When I walked into the PBD event, PBD came up to me and said, I've never seen anybody work a room like you. You know, everybody in the entire CEO section, there's a CEO section of 500 people. They're like, bro, how do you do what you're doing here? I'm like, dude, I've studied networking for 10,000 hours. You become a master at something when you've done it for 10,000 hours. So what is it that you're good at and how much actual studying do you put behind it? Now, I do want you to address weaknesses, but I want to see how good you can get at your strengths. Number 9. Never settle, always advance. That one to me is like, it kind of speaks it for itself, is because the fact that you're on here and you don't quit, I already know that you guys are on here for life. Like I also know the people that are gonna be here for 3 months and they'll quit. Like I know them. Sometimes you just gotta be there for somebody for a season. Oh, damn it, I just tried to shake this thing up and it was unlocked. Man, I'm some shit up this morning, dude. Holy, now it's all over me. Hey, the bonus side to this is I'm not wearing white and it didn't get all over the walls that they're painting. That's cool. See, we can always find a bonus. All right, last one. Never be defensive. Look at things with a lens of like, could this person be right? Can I find some good in what this person is saying? People that are critical of others, they're just critical of themselves. I see some of the most negative people that are critical and they find something that somebody else is doing and they never assume positive intent. Assume positive intent in people. Maybe they don't think like you, but maybe they're trying their best. You know, some guy cut me off this morning on the way from the gym, and probably because I was in the gym, I was in a great mood. But I was like, damn, that guy must really want to get to work, man. You go. And I'm like cheering him on, like, yeah, go get him, dude. He's ready to go, man. He's trying to get the slow pokes out of the way. He's ready to go kill it. Assume positive intent. What if I was like, he's a dick, man. Let's catch up to this guy and let's beat his ass. Let's talk shit to him. It wouldn't have helped my mindset. So assume positive intent. API, assume positive intent in everything that you do. Doesn't matter even if they do have negative intent, it'll keep your heart clean. And half of life is just about keeping your heart clean, man. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you for coming. Kick some butt, man.